I do think we're in a crisis for first responders, for police, and for fire here in Pahrump. I don't think it's the fault of the sheriff. I don't think it's the fault of the fire chief. I think that there's an issue when as of last month, we had 23 unfilled positions in the sheriff's deputy of all the ranks. So 23 police that should be on our streets here in Nye County that are not, because we can't hire these people. We can't find these people. And the fire department, I believe it's 8 people, but we have the same kind of problem. We have a lot of overtime going on in the fire department. And because of overtime, the crisis is that if a handful of people left the fire department, we would be exposed to not having enough people. Now, we have some really great people who are first responders. We really do. And this is not about them, and this is not about their leaders. This is about preparing us. This is about preparing Nye County, preparing Pahrump. And if you've had an experience with crime, and maybe you've had an experience with crime that you didn't report, people in Pahrump don't report crime. If they see something going on, they don't report it. We like to handle things ourselves. That's who we are here in Pahrump. And that's fine. But when someone goes and tries to point us to where are the statistics to show this, and sounds like a liberal professor when they say something like that, they ignore the reality that all you have to do is go down to the Albertsons or the Walmart and you'll see crime right there in front of your face. So one of the things that I'm really trying to do, and this next agenda I'm trying to address this, is to fix this problem. We have to fix this problem. And so I put together a plan. It's called the First Responders Appreciation and Retention Initiative. And this plan is designed to support our first responders. So I'll tell you what it is. It's a little complicated, so I don't want to get too deep into it because there are a lot of moving parts in there. But what we're doing is we're not raising taxes for this. We have grant money that just sits. And I want to take that grant money and I want to apply it to our first responders in a way that gives them cash assistance, either for health insurance or as a 2-time payment over the next 2 years. So if you're a first responder in Nye County, you're going to get a cash assistance payment over the next 2 years. If you leave, you're going to lose that. And let me clarify something very quickly. When I say that the first responder will lose the benefit if they leave, they only lose the future benefit. So they'll keep whatever they've already gotten. So if they've been getting assistance for 5 months for health insurance with cash assistance to pay their health insurance, they'll keep that. They don't have to ever pay anything back. No one pays anything back. And I know that sometimes people are confused about that, but I just want you to know, and I want our first responders to know, that they'll never be asked to pay anything back to the county with this initiative. If you stay, you will get it. And the new person that comes in to your position will receive that cash assistance. And let me give you a quick example of what it is that I'm proposing. And again, this will not raise taxes. All this does is uses this big bucket of money we have from grants that will otherwise go to we have no idea what. And I had sponsored $1 million for road repair that passed out of that a couple of meetings ago. And so it's the same group of money. It's called the LATCF fund. And this is the kind of money you see coming in and out, and you're wondering, what are we doing with all this money? And we spent, for example, $500-something thousand, I believe, on a building that may never be built out of this same money. We spent $600,000 on software for the courts. We spent $700,000 on vehicles for the sheriff's deputies, which they need vehicles, but this is another $700,000. We also need people driving those vehicles. And we spent $150,000 on cars for the assessor. Now, I'm not trying to minimize that need, but I'm trying to weigh all of those things that I just mentioned, software and cars, against the people that protect us as firemen, as police. And so to spend $1.1 million approximately, which is what my initiative would do, to help keep our first responders here. Let them know we care about them. Let them know we're a priority. It's hard to do that when we spend $600,000, half of that on software, and then we ignore our first responders. So what I'm trying to do here is to keep these people in place who are our first responders, let them know we appreciate them, because I do, and I know you do too, and then try to attract new people. So let me finish what I was going to say. I have funded 13 additional, I believe it's 13 additional positions, so that there's room for 13 new either firemen or police, sheriff's deputies to come in and get this benefit. And again, this is a cash assistance benefit for them. It would be $3,600 for 2 years. And this benefit they would only lose it if they left, and the new person that comes in would get it. Now, we have a lot of turnover in our sheriff's deputies, so in reality, we wouldn't use any of those extra positions probably. And unfortunately, that's the case. We don't. But something needs to be done, and I'm really hoping that this is a good first step. It will cost us nothing. All it does is spend money that we already have sitting that will otherwise go to some wacky project probably. And so I'm just asking for your support on this. If you have any questions on this, let me know. You can always email me. And please, if you haven't done so already, go to my website and sign up for updates. It's a good way to know what's coming up on the next agenda. And thank you.